Now here's a rodeo in the village. It's the real, these steer are used to plow. And somebody gets hurt almost every year. One year Ted had to take a man to the doctor who'd gotten a horn through his hand. All the brave young boys in the village try to ride. Just everybody scramble for safety. There's Derek sitting there on the fence watching.
Oh yeah, with the white hat.
There's Dana walking through the crowd. You can see her blonde hair. They always kind of stood out in the crowd down there. This is Dustin's birthday. People brought piñatas to him that they made. And I filled them with candy, and all the neighbor children came. And well, I can't remember if this was his second or third birthday. I think it might have been his second.
Get yours?
Well, she didn't take any candy. She just took a piece of the piñata. It's Derek, I think.
Is this all for one birthday?
They brought him something like 5 piñatas.
They bring the piñatas, you have to fill them, huh?
Well, no, some of them had them filled, but it was just really nice of them. This is our yard in the village. Might have been his first birthday. I think so. I think so.
So the year is?
This is our neighbor right next door to us, Teal, in her cookhouse. They were so close to us that we probably knew them better than any other family in the village. This is our front yard there.
still your yard?
Mm-hmm. Well, the fence there is separating our place from the place next door. This is out our back door. And out our kitchen window. That's where I did my dishes, right there, looking out that window. Out our living room window, there were always children on our porch. Sometimes they'd be peering in the window to watch the funny Americans. Our neighbors making baskets there in the distance. More piñatas. This is when Pam and Vaughn came to visit us, and that's their son, Aaron.
Is this the same year?
I think it must have been when he was 2. That's Pam and Aaron. They came twice to visit us. Once when Aaron was a baby and once when Amy was a baby. And there's Vaughn and Amy. Dustin just went bananas over the idea of piñatas. And after the candy was already out and the thing was all broken, we hung the remains of it on a fence and he stood there and hit at it all day. I've never seen such determination and persistence. It was hilarious. He wouldn't quit hitting that thing. We went on an ox cart ride when Pam and Vaughn were there, way out in the country to a place called the Wells. Some neighbors hitched up their ox cart for us. There's some old tanks out there that were built years ago. Somebody, I forget the story behind it, why they were there, but it's a place we always hike out to. Makes a fun walk.
Who was that fellow in the white shirt?
That was Vaughn.
Oh, okay. What are those round things there?
Well, I think they were to be put into a well. I wish Ted was here because he knows the whole story of what, it was some rich rancher or something. I don't know how far back it dates. But there's a big old water tank way out there. With all this, like somebody had started to make something and then never finished it. Back in the days, the early days of 1900, I guess about before the, it was the days of the big landowners. There was a big wealthy hacienda owner in our village and all the people worked for him. And I don't know if it was the revolution that did away with that or not. I've kind of forgotten. This is in the village also, Dusty's room, when he was learning to get dressed or undressed. And that's his special little bed that Uncle Ray Hombo made him. And Ted was going to take this without him knowing it, but then he saw him taking it, so he, of course, stopped. That's his little toy chest, and brings back such memories. Right out over his bed was a window looking out on the neighbor's pig pen. Well, where they kept their pigs. The floors are cement in the village house.
He looks a little older here.
Yeah. He was thin because he was sick so much. His first 3 years he was sick so much. This is somebody taking their herds out to graze. The cattle and the cattle start to fight there. Brahma bulls and cows and sheep and goats, and that's kind of like a family's walking bank account. Sometimes a child takes the animals out. Sometimes it's an older person. In the evenings, we'd often take a walk just to get out. This is Joaquin's father walking here with the stick in his hand. We didn't mean to get him on this movie because at the time we weren't. We were just taking pictures. This is the road out by our house in the village. We take a walk in the evenings.
Have you been to Mexico? No. I've been to Acapulco years and years ago, but I haven't been.
This that same road?
Mm-hmm.
Gorgeous view. There must be beautiful sunsets there too, huh?
Yes. It's
Is that
really
east,
pretty.
west, south, or what direction is that?
I get, let me see. South, north. I think that's west, I guess. This is in a little lake, at a little lake near our village, near Oaxaca. That's Dustin throwing rocks in the water. And you could rent rowboats. That's Dana. Derek's friend Eric Mugel was with him. That's Eric. He had come out to spend some time in the village with us. In fact, next weekend Derek is flying to Dallas to be in his wedding. They've been best friends since first grade. His parents are translators for a Chinantec language. Dana's feeling kind of left out because Derek's got a friend. And the kids are on a boat now, Derek and Eric and Dana. I'm sure. They feel like they had the happiest childhood anybody could have. I think they did.
That's a nice house, John.
It looked nice, yeah, they do those windows look nice.
Did he have any help?
Oh, yes, he had somebody build it, and he helped and supervised. This was, I think, our last Christmas in the village. We had a black kitten and a white kitten. Dustin's opening his sock. It's interesting how you can see a child's personality way back to their babyhood. He's still real careful. See how he takes each thing out and lines it up? His room is just neat. Dustin. He keeps everything just in a certain place on his shelves. It's really funny. And I can see now, went clear back to, I think some of these things are inborn.
Probably.
Takes one thing at a time out of his sock. Whereas some kids would, just dump it all out
Yeah.
and go through it, and then he lines it up.
Was that brick fireplace there?
No, the walls were brick. We had a little pot-belly iron stove. And the furniture was just really lawn furniture, straw lawn furniture. And I took some big old handkerchiefs and covered it with handkerchiefs, bandanas, And then that little pot-belly stove really put off quite a bit of heat because it got cold there in the winter. It's a little toy horn he's tooting. Dana's doll.
She's a total cat.
No. Dusty's talking on his toy telephone. He still does that now, too. He's on the phone for hours. But he didn't really know what a phone was at that age. I don't know how he got the idea.
Is that the only pets you had while you were down there? Were the cats? Or
Mm-hmm.
How many dogs?
No dogs. The children were scared to death of dogs because the dogs in the village were such, vicious things. Oh.
They make pets of them the way we do. They don't make pets of them.
Oh, they don't.
One of the natives came down to our ranch, and we had a dog, and he pulled his ears. You know, kind of mean like, instead of fighting him.
Nasty.
Yeah.
This is Dustin with the neighbor boys in the little playhouse the kids had outside, and they've each got a little stick pretending it's a horn because these little boys have daddies who are in the town band, and they want to be like their daddies. So here they are pretending they're marching in the band,
Goes the band,
and they didn't know they were being filmed here. So this is the way they would play town band.
Dustin was the leader?
Yeah.
yeah. I'd fight for him.
In his underpants.
The boys must have loved him.